There we go. Things are coming together. Anyways, I do a ton of editing, and now that we have a bunch of channels kind of going all at once, sometimes my editing needs to be even faster. So having a drive that's as quick as possible can be beneficial, because one of the things that I have found that really is a bottleneck nowadays for a lot of computers in editing is the drive that you and I are reading and writing to. I usually edit off of external USB-C drives. The pre-bought ones, a lot of them are either like Samsung or SanDisk or whatever. I wanted to see, because I think this should be a big difference if I went to a Thunderbolt drive. So I went out and bought this. This is an INDMEM. It was one of the least expensive ones that I could find on Amazon. And of course I bought on Amazon because if I don't like it, I can return it. Yes, 4 stars. So, okay, $120. But it does say that we should get 2,500 or up to 2,500 for read and 2,400 for write, which is way faster than my USB-C drive. Even my fastest USB-C drive that I currently own only gets between 700 and 800. So this would be huge and should in turn help with my rendering and all that kind of things that the computer has to do. So the folks over at Netac, I'm not sure, actually sent us this drive. It's their N7000T, and we are going to test it actually in our PlayStation. That's what we want, because this should get over 7,000 for speed, whereas this can peak at 2,500. So it's kind of a waste putting something this fast in here. But I also didn't want the limitation of its speed being blamed on the drive. So we are going to do a follow-up video on this as we put it in the PlayStation, our PS5, just to see what the actual speed is. We actually have an Attack 5000 series in there right now, but that one will actually utilize full speed of the drive, so more is going to be better. So anyways, what we're going to do is crack open the box, see what we get in this, see how easy it is to install. My hope is that it's nice and easy. Should have everything in the box. And then we'll go run some speed tests. And I will do a time to see render speed when I'm running the file on the USB-C drive or this one. Is there a noticeable difference? So stay tuned. Okay, so again, excellent heat dissipation, quick install, easy to use, 100% tool-free installation. No drivers required. That's what I'm wanting to hear. It is a 40 gigabit, 2280 SSD enclosure, which is what this one is. This is a 2280, I believe. Samsung's, it says not recommended. And of course this, it doesn't even say. It just says these Samsungs and this Seagate and a Western Digital. So I'm hoping that I can get just as fast or faster than those. Gives you some, this is what kind of stuff. I don't know what B key is. I don't know enough about actual SSDs or like NVMe drives to be like, oh, this is what makes this one different. All I know is this is fast. So cool. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try it out. And like I said, I'm pretty excited. We'll actually try it just on maybe this computer here. This is my old M1 Mac, just to see what kind of speeds it gets. And then, of course, we'll go up to my Mac Studio and try that one. So, a nice size. Definitely feels metally, which would be good for heat dissipation. So it says toolless, but you do get a tool. So it's probably not toolless because there's a tool in there, right? This is your, I don't know what this is. How to apply the cooling thermal pad, which is what you're going to put on your SSD just to kind of keep it cool. Sweet deal, right? Installation, pop it in, tie it down, glue the heat dissipation silicone on the, I'm hoping this has its own little sticky, and close back up. Right? That's kind of it. Here it is. This is it. I'm excited. Like I said, it feels very metally. Yes. Yep. Right? That's nice. There's your USB-C Thunderbolt connector. There's the screw that we need. So what we'll do here And just so you know, yes, you do get a USB-C to USB-C, Thunderbolt to Thunderbolt, and little screwdriver and our sticky guy. So yes, you can tell that's got a like a sticky covering on it. Maybe you guys can see in the camera. Maybe you can't. I don't know, but it's got a shine to it for sure. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Don't lose a screw because you only get one. There's a screw right here, which we are going to take out. Just make sure you don't put the wrong one back in. So I'm going to put you in there. This is our, again, our N7000T, which should give us blazing speeds. In theory, this should be even faster than my internal drives on both these computers, which is awesome. But again, the limitation is going to be the Thunderbolt part. So this comes out, yes. This there, okay, there it is. Okie dokie. So I would say that's going to fit. It says go in on like a 45, yes. And you can see you kind of get this, goes in like that. And then all you have to do is in, push down, take our little screw. Again, make sure we have the correct screw going back in there. Not toolless, just so you know. So that's kind of a lie. But one tool. I don't know why they just didn't say that. All right, there we go. And that's it. That's in there. Yes, you guys can see that. It's nice with the red. Okie dokie. And then this just kind of goes back in. Using the same tool. Okie dokie. Okay. Oh, it did come with extras. That's nice. Extra screws just in case. I'm down. Oh, I forgot to put this on. Don't forget that. That's important. So this, they say you just kind of lay it on the top, I guess. Yes? Lay it on the top. So I'm just going to take that off. Figure out where this should go. Just kind of lay it there. Voila. That's it. That's where it's going. Yes? Yes? Oh, this is even, look, it's got a little magnet to it. Okay. All right, back in the game. And now, computer. Make sure everything's kind of closed. We want nothing that can possibly slow this down. This is going in here now. I may have to format the drive and do all that kind of stuff. That's always a possibility. I am excited. I'm gonna tell you that I'm excited because this is fast. What have I been doing all this time? You know, I got a green light on the drive. You guys can't. Oh yeah. So we got a initialize. Excellent. Netac. 1 terabyte drive. Yes. So let us. Can we do an erase? Yes, and I'm going to just call it Netac 7000. Yep, I'm making it all Mac friendly. Go. So far, super happy. Done. Backup, rocking and rolling. Okay, there it is. Ready? Speed test number 1. Okay, let's try it. Let's be super fast. Oh, come on now. You can do it. There it is. Choose it. Ready? Go. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, almost 2,200, right? 2,800. 2,200. What did they say? They said I should get, because look at this. Putting it up against these guys, right? Read 24. Look at their reads. 20. I got 2,800, and I'm pretty much as fast as anyone is for writes. Yes. What a glorious day! It's a glorious day. Now you don't probably have to get the fastest drive because we're not going to be hitting anywhere near the potential of 7,000 with this. So really any drive that's probably, I would say, 5,000 would be great. So if you wanted to save a little bit of money, and this is what I will be doing, is putting my 5,000 series Netac in this and the 7,000 in my PlayStation. So again, stay tuned for that video because that's coming up. But for those of you on a Mac, look at that. It's just continual. The only thing I can't do with this drive, 12K 24 and 60. 12K. Yeah, 12K. Let's go upstairs. I want to test it on a real actual project. Okay guys, so we are upstairs now and I've got the two drives plugged in and they're both plugged into the Thunderbolt ports on my M2. So first off, we're going to try this one. This one's on the SanDisk. And like I said, it gets between 700 and 800 for read-write speeds. So it's not bad. And it's been the one that we're going to try this one. This one's on the SanDisk. And like I said, it gets between 700 and 800 for read-write speeds. So it's not bad. And it's been the one that I use daily up until now. So you can see I have it here. It is already rendered. So what we want to do is we're going to check how fast it is to render these. So I'm going to come in here with this clip and say, delete all this, where I can actually delete all the render files. And I'm going to say all of them, which will include, of course, anything that this project needs. So we're going to hit OK here, and you'll see this should all come up and require to be re-rendered. And as soon as it finishes here, we're going to hit start and start. So we'll see how long this takes to render. We should be able to just bring this up here and watch it. I'll fast forward for you guys. All right, guys, so there we go. We just finished. Now, just so you guys know, I wanted to test a video that was a good length. So this video is actually 15 minutes and 30 seconds long. It's got color corrections and all kinds of little effects on it and multicam, etc., etc. And it took 4 minutes and 19 seconds to render. Okay, 4 minutes and 19 seconds to render. So if we come out here now and do a high efficiency export, and same thing, we're going to reset this, and 3, 2, 1, go. So we'll see how long this takes to export. All right, guys, so there it is. 7 minutes 38 seconds to do a 15.5 minute export. And that's on the USB-C drive. So let's reset all this, because if we can save some time. Actually, I'm surprised it took as long as it did. I thought the render time and the export time would be closer, but we'll reset that. And now we're going to go up here to the M1 and kind of do the exact same thing. So we'll load the M1 up there, and same idea, file, and we're going to delete all the clips. Make sure we get all of these clips. Bring up my stopwatch, make sure it's ready, hit OK, and wait for it to start. There it goes. So we have to beat 420. See if that happens. All right, so the render finish on this one, 414. So my guess is if rendering is your issue, then drive speed's not playing a huge role in it. To a point, of course, they're both going to be faster than what you'd get off a traditional spinning drive. But the Thunderbolt drive here is 3 times the speed, and we gained like 4 seconds, 5 seconds maybe. So not worth the price investment for that. So let's try now. Same thing as we'll reset this, and we will do the same export. So same thing here. I'm just gonna let it overwrite and click. and we shall see if we gain some performance here. Okay, so that was pretty much identical. So I would say the bottleneck is the processor power right now. So it doesn't matter if you're running a drive that's getting 700 or 800 for speed to one that's getting 2500. Exports are going to be pretty close to the same, and of course render times are going to be the same. So what would be the benefit of going to a drive like this? And right now, I think if you had possibly a faster machine, so you were running maybe just a machine that could throw more or process quicker, say you had a Mac Studio Ultra, maybe that might help because the bottleneck isn't on that side of it. But what we will do is one last kind of test here. So I am going to do this. I'm going to make two files, and I'm just going to call this, you guys may not be able to see it, but I'm going to make one called TB test and one called USB test. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to go to this one here on the USB, and we're just going to find where these files are, which is here. You guys can see them here. That's the files that are making up this project. And this is from the USB, and I'm going to move it to the internal drive. So same kind of idea. We're going to bring up our stopwatch here. So reset that. And we are just going to go make sure that's all good. Copy these to the USB drive and let go and start. And you guys can see there, less than a minute. So again, pretty fast, and that's moving, 37 gigs worth of data. So that's still really good. And finished. So 55 seconds for that. So we'll close this. We'll bring back this and we'll go to the M1 drive. So same idea. We're going to find those and bring them over here so you guys can see it. That seems like more files. Yes? Oh, this has got the ending and my intro in it. So those aren't big files, but we will omit them. Okay, like that. And same idea is we are going to reset this clock here, and we'll call this the Thunderbolt test. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh yeah, look how fast that is. So the winner here, of course, is going to be when you're moving large files. So does it matter? Yeah, that's like 11 seconds. It took me a minute to hit the buttons. So if you're using this for editing and you're doing 4K files, are you going to see a big difference? Probably not. If your solid state drive is quick enough, I think it's going to do everything as well as you need. If you're moving really large files around, that's when you're going to see the speed increase. Now again, this may be different if your machine is even faster. I have the base M1 Studio, and I think the bottleneck may actually be the Studio. So it'll be interesting. Leave comments below if you guys have a faster machine and you use Thunderbolt enclosures, and what your results are when you're switching between a USB-C external drive and a Thunderbolt drive. All right, guys, I think if you can afford it, it's probably future-proofing you to get a Thunderbolt one. But if you're a little bit on a budget and you're looking at just getting a USB-C drive, they perform quite well. So there you go. I'll put links to the enclosure and the drive down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.